Every once in a while I see something or I read some content on social media that really disturbs me. And today, unfortunately, was one of those days. I don't like being disturbed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes being disturbed, right? But why was I disturbed? I was disturbed because of the lies of certain men. I'm talking about certain black men in these red pill spaces, and how they attempt to basically blame everything that's going on in our communities that are not positive on the black woman. And it's a problem. And I'm going to tell y'all why it's a problem. Okay? And I'm going to break it down to you right now. I understand this. This is what I understand, that everyone, listen, your reality and my reality, even though we live in the same world, could be very different, right? Because your reality and your perspective is based on the experiences that you go through, the experiences of those who you love the most around you and what they have gone through, right? So part of the reason why I get so passionate about this, for example, is because I come from a family of black women that I love and respect through and through. So it bothers my conscience to hear black men in particular get on social media and drag black women. It bothers me. It bothers me, right? At the same time, I'm not ignorant to the fact that there is a lot of foolishness of certain black women within our culture. But I would be a fool to say that black men, by and large, are not also responsible for some of the issues that we're seeing. In fact, I believe most of the issues that we see in our community can be resolved when black men and black women both step into the role that they're supposed to be playing. But it's not going to happen as long as people is pointing fingers and as long as we're deflecting from the truth. So let me get specific, okay? Medium Man, whatever his name is, right? And, I like this content. He's got some good content. Whatever I hear somebody talking about, certain things that's going on in the black community, black men this, black men that, like, I'm going to tune in and see what you're talking about. I'm going to check you out, because this is something I'm passionate about as well. So when I hear this brother get on here and he's talking about deletions, and this brother is making it seem as if, like, all the data statistics around this, obviously they're incredibly disturbing as it relates to our community. They're unacceptable, right? I understand. I was doing some research on this in 2012. There was more, black abortions than there were childbirths in the city of New York, right? And it remains to be a problem, right, in our communities. My thing is this, though. My thing is this, bro. Is that if we're going to have the conversation about something that is so sensitive, then you need to be honest. So let me be specific of what I mean. Mr. Medium Man, maybe you have never been in a situation where a woman that you've dealt with has had an abortion, right? Maybe you don't know any women who have had abortions. Maybe you don't, and most guys haven't and most men don't, right? And that's because that's obviously not something that people talk about, right? But let's keep it 100. I would be a liar if I sat up here and said, listen, black women are having all these abortions, right? And I just leave it right there. No, fam, we got to be honest. In a lot of instances, the men that these women are dealing with are the ones coaching them or encouraging them to have the abortion. Now, I know what you're going to say next, and it is so wicked that I'm going to try to expose it. The next thing your wicked mind is going to say is, well, ultimately, it is her choice. And I understand that, right? I understand that. But was it not also Eve's choice to partake of the fruit from the serpent, who was trying to encourage her to do something that was a sin? So this is my problem with you guys. You will sit up here and act self-righteous. Oh, these women are having all these abortions, which is self-righteousness, right? But we're going to ignore the fact that it was a man coaching her to do it. We're just going to act like he wasn't even there. Like he wasn't even gaming her to do that. This is what we're going to do? And then you're going to put all the blame on her. No, my word says the woman is the weaker vessel. So you're not going to put yourself in a situation and then encourage somebody to do something. And then when that thing happens, we're just going to put all the blame on her like she's the fault person. Hell no. The number one rule, and this is what I live by. and this is what you should encourage your followers, in my opinion, to live by. The number one rule of being a man is accountability. So if you can't be accountable and be honest with the men that follow you in terms of what the real problem is, because the real problem is sex before marriage. The real problem is y'all putting yourselves in these immoral positions to begin with. The real problem is you brothers trying to figure out when is the right time, when is the time that she's not ovulating? What form of contraceptive, talking about safe sex. You brothers been lied to, and we as a people been lied to. Ain't no such a thing, or there is no such thing as safe sex. If you want the truth. But here's the problem, right? Y'all don't want the truth. Why? Because the people who follow you, your followers, your subscribers, all the people that's tuning into you, they what?
Recording in progress.
They what? All the people that follow you, that subscribe to you, they what? Shoot. A lot of them is hurt themselves, right? A lot of these men are scarred men. This is the reason why. See, it's so funny when you talk about, when people like me speak, you know what they say? They say, oh, he must be somebody from Cynthia G's channel. He must be one of them people. Like, what? I don't give a damn about what she talking about in hell, and she wrong as two left shoes, 100%. But we gotta be honest. There's the opposite end of that spectrum. Listen, Cynthia G's followers, the 100,000 that she had, a lot of these are the scorned, bitter women who've gone through bad situations with black men. Because who else gonna sit there and listen to somebody like that? And the same is true over in the red pill space. A lot of the men who can sit there and listen to the nonsense that these men are talking about are the men who've been hurt, who've been scorned, who've gone through these things with certain black women. Who else is going to sit there and listen to a man complain about what a woman is doing all day long? But somebody who's bitter, scorned, and really ain't had that much success dealing with said group of women. Because if you got success, if you having success dealing with black women, and you're not like the foolishness that these men is talking about all the black women, this and that, you listening to that like you just not, it's not resonating with you the same way because you're not getting the same result as these guys. Okay? So now here's the problem. Here's the thing, right? And this is where it's like, yo, these guys just don't understand the nature of like relationships between men and women. You think you call black women privileged, but honestly, the privileged one is you. See, you think that all you got to do is be well-spoken and attractive and successful, and that in some way the red carpet is supposed to just be laid out for you. Like maybe you haven't reached the next level of elevation. Dare I say the word game. But really it's not game, really it's communication. And what forms, like what creates the lanes of your communication, right? It's your knowledge, the information you take in, it's your wisdom, it's your understanding, right? It's based on your experiences. It's based on ultimately the spirit that's inside of you, the energy that's in you. But when the energy that's in you is hurt, is harmed, is damaged, spiteful, resentful, unforgiving, not merciful, not loving, when that's the energy flowing through you, you can't, how you going to get into a situation with somebody and work it out? And, you know, you're going to fall apart at the first sign of any conflict because you don't understand conflict resolution. So what I'm saying is, brother, that rather than ultimately what I'm trying to say is rather than you guys sit around here all day talking about what you can't get a woman to do for you, right? You need to get real. What do I mean by that? Let's talk data since y'all like that so much. Fourth quarter 2023, the BLS, you can look it up right now, BLS.gov, revealed quarterly earnings. Okay, fourth quarter 2023. Black men average quarterly earnings approximately $988. Black women's earnings, fourth quarter 2023, on average $936. Meaning that it's less than $100 difference per month or per week between black men and black women. What does that mean? Number one, understand this. That is the tightest gap between any gender in the United States of America. And I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in the near future, black women are not the first group of women in the United States of America on a weekly average to surpass their men. We already know that women in America on average have higher educations. That's true across all races of women. We also know that more women on average have more homes, have higher rate of home ownership than single men. Single women own more homes than single men on average. These are all facts. Oh, I don't like what he's saying. Show me the data. Okay, after you take the data and you take the data in, just understand that your doubt was the problem because you doubted what I'm telling you as being truthful. And I'm telling you it's the truth. You don't believe it? That's telling me that there's something going on in you from the rip. Because you can't even receive what I'm telling you, like your eyes is not open. Okay, let me put this to you a different way. Do you not live in a black community, sir? Do you not live amongst black people? You cannot see observably that there is a lot of very successful black women around you, and that there's some successful black men, but a lot of brothers is out here kind of hurting a little razzle. They hurting a little bit. We can't see that. We just, and listen, I'm not saying that it's okay. I want it to get better, but I'm saying I can't ignore this. So when I hear people say like things like, and they make it seem like black men just got all their stuff together, and I'm like, yo, bro, you are out of touch with reality. And I'm not saying that all black women got it all figured out. I'm not saying that either. I'm saying that we as a people got work to do. But one thing I refuse to do as a man is sit up here and point that finger at that woman, knowing damn well it's a lot of you brothers that need to get y'all thing right. And if you because listen, God put you in the seat of a leader. That's your role. That's who you are, is a leader. Meaning, whether you want to lead or not, you are the leader. You may not even have the position, the throne. You may not even physically be sitting in the seat, but you still the de facto leader. And nobody ain't ever told you that, right? So while you sitting up here talking about, oh, well, I'm just going to go divest and I'm going to get a passport and, bruh, I'm hearing men say this as like it's a solution. I'm like, bruh, this is, my God, bro. See, this is ridiculous. Like y'all are the mirror image of the divestment community. Literally, y'all are the mirror image of them. The opposite gender reflection of the divestment community is a lot of you red-pilled Negroes. And here's the thing about it, right? More women have passports than men. So more women is ready to be passport sisters than brothers. Here's another thing. Is it really realistic? Even if I myself had a passport, is it really realistic for me to say to millions of black men, oh yeah, we're just going to all get our passports. Bro, y'all got jobs. Black men got jobs, regular jobs. What you going, bro, what did this sound like a prostitution thing y'all talking about? Because, bro, like, what? Here's the other thing. Black men have the highest marital rate of success with who? Black men have the highest marital rate of success with who? Is it non-black women? Or is it black women? Damn it, it's black women. It's black women. In fact, if anybody got reason to date out, it's black women. But we can't even get into that because y'all feelings really gonna get hurt. So what I'm saying is this, fam. I want to hear men talk about what men need to do. I don't want to hear men sit around here talking about what a woman need. A woman need to do this shit and she need to, brother. Show me what you talking about. Show me your woman who does that for you. Otherwise, keep your mouth closed, bro. I want to know what we need to do. Because I'm not stupid, bro. First of all, I live in the black community. I see what black men be doing. I'm a black man. And God, Lord knows I have some shortcomings, a shortcoming or two. I've made some bad decisions or two in my past. Right? But I want grace, don't I? I want you to have grace. I even want the black men who are willing to change to have grace. But no, we want to act like, oh no, that's just Pookie. That's just Pookie. Like some of you niggas wasn't Pookies 2 years ago, bro. 3-4 years ago, you was Pookie. But we gonna say, oh, that's Pookie. That's just Pookie. What? Nah, bro. So in other words, what I'm saying is, y'all not being honest. And here's the thing, bro. In all my life and all the successful people that I've come across, that I've had the privilege of knowing, particularly outside the black community, incredibly successful people tend to be humble. They tend to be humble, bro. They don't tend to be arrogant and delusional. And that's what I see a lot of in our community. Like with guys like, I mean, who, I don't know if they are successful or they want to pretend to be or whatever the deal is, but the humility is gone. The humility is out the window. You guys are arrogant and you're out of touch with reality. And it's hard. It's difficult. And I'm going to end it this way. Here's the word, right? Mr. Media Man may be a great guy. It's not a personal attack on him. He may be a great guy. He may have never been a Pookie. He may have lived an upright and moral life his whole life. Never gangbanged, never did nothing crazy. He might have been the perfect black man. So maybe he don't understand or he can't relate to some of the foolishness that's going on out in the community. Maybe he's never seen it, never been around it, never lived near it, whatever. Chooses to keep himself far from it. I get it. I get that. But what I'm saying to you is, brother, black women still have to deal with those men that you refuse to acknowledge that they exist. You don't know about that. Okay, it's cool. You don't know about it. It's good that you don't. But guess who do know about it? Black women. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And then you want to say, oh, well, she just needs to learn how to choose better. Bruh, these men will put on all types of fronts. They will tell a woman whatever she wants to hear to do certain things to her. And we know this, but we're going to just say, oh, well, she need to choose better. Come on, bruh. Are you being honest? You think that you... It's just crazy how stupid y'all think women are, bro. And I'm not saying that some women don't need to make better choices, but what I'm saying is we can't sit here and ignore the fact that a lot of these men put up fronts and pretend to be something that they're not, just so that they can get a certain thing out of a woman, and then they switch up later. We're just going to act like that doesn't happen. So the same way I'm not going to be one of these guys who's going to be just pro-female. Everything a woman says is gold. I'm also not going to be pro-male to the point where I say everything a man says is gold. No, I'm going to hold you dudes accountable to the standard that is up here, fam. The standard up here. And this is the standard that men got to meet, and this is the standard that women got to meet. And it ain't no variation. So if you want to listen, bruh, like Floyd Mayweather say, if you want to dish it out, you got to be ready to take it. If you want to talk about black women, you got to also be ready to deal with the talk that's going to come back around because you asking for it. And that talk is the real truth about black men. And guess what, fam? The numbers don't lie, bro. The numbers don't lie. And one thing I'm not going to be before I get out of here is a victim. I'm not going to let nobody sit up here and paint me as a victim. We as a people have been victimized, but me as an individual black man, when I live my life, every single day, the decisions that I make to take care of my business, though I'm not a victim of that, those are my decisions. So I'm not going to sit up here and say, oh, well, that woman this and bruh, no, you can't control your situation. You can't control yourself. You can't control yourself. Hell no. Nah. That's not masculine, bruh. And I can't, and I'm not rocking with it. I'm going to show love. I'm going to be masculine. And hey, I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to deal with the truth, bro. Good, bad, or indifferent. Because that's the only way a brother like me going to grow. And most brothers out there are the same way. You're not going to grow being in denial of the truth, man. You got to be honest with yourself. Imagine you go to the gym today and tell yourself that you're strong because you can bench press 205 pounds. You tell yourself that you're strong because you can bench press 205 pounds. And you look to your left and you see me over there, or excuse me, you see some brother over there hitting 345. Easy work. Easy work. And you realize, that's when you realize, dang, I'm something, but nah. So understand that there's work to be done. We are fantastic people. I'm going to leave it on the positive. We are a fantastic people, a beautiful people. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't be here. But we got to be honest, bro. We got some issues in our communities, bruh. Oh yeah, and we gotta deal with them. We gotta deal with them like it means something to you, man. Do you understand me? You gotta deal with your problem like it means something to you. Like it means something to you, though. I'm out of here, man. Y'all have a blessed day. A marvelous Monday, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Do what you do. I'm out.